I came to you guys because guess what? My cover's finally done. There's actually two. While my designer was designing a cover, I designed another one. No. But I like hers, and I'm going to show you guys both of the covers, and you guys can tell me what you think. I'm looking for something consistent. I'm looking for something that's going to look the same on every cover, just like most cozy mysteries are. They all kind of have a similar cover. The colors may be different, but the design is kind of the same all the way out there. So that's kind of what I'm shooting for mine. Again, I'm doing all of this now because I want to be ready in case I don't get to go. As my mother used to say, I'm ready if I don't get to go. Meaning if I don't get picked up by a publisher or an agent for this series, I want to be ready to hit the ground running with my own stuff. And then I want to get back to historical fiction. You guys know my debut novel, As Gray as Black and White, is like my baby. And it won an award last year from librarians, which really helped me to feel like I was on the right track in terms of my historical fiction writing. So I've got a couple more historical fiction stories that I want to tell. Hidden things that actually happened, but I'm going to fictionalize them. Similar to what some of these other more, well, famous authors, and I'm not famous, but some of these famous Black authors that you know have been putting out books in the historical fiction category of stories that actually happened, but they're fictionalizing them. There's a couple of things that I'm doing that I'm going to fictionalize. And those hopefully will come out in the next year or two once I have the time to get past this cozy mystery thing and get back to that. I've got 3 cozy mystery books now. 2 are already written. 1 is in the plotting stage, meaning I'm preparing to write it. I expect to have it written by the end of May. And then I'm going to start putting the books out probably in July. That will give the people who I've sent my book time to decide whether they want it or don't want it. Then I'm going to start doing pre-sales and putting it out myself. So that's kind of the way it's going to be. If they want it, that's great. If they don't want it, that's fine. Either way, it's going to get out by the summer. If they want it, it may not get out by the summer because they're slow. But if they don't want it, it'll be out by the summer. So that was basically what I wanted to tell you guys. I'm going to go check my food to make sure I don't burn it up. So the next thing that you're going to see is a wig review from Sensational. Stay tuned. Okay. I just finished a wig review on this unit from Sensational. This is the Bare Lace Bare Luxe unit 13 by 6 unit 21 in the color Balayage Macchiato. This review will not be out until next Friday, but I wanted you guys to see it. I like it a lot. I think it's really pretty. It's styled really well. It lays really well. It's got good lace, and I'm not going to say much more about it because I want you guys to watch the video that's going to come up next Friday. Friday's video this Friday is going to be the human hair unit that I showed you guys in the vlog last time, which is the Pearlish 16-inch straight unit. So that's coming up on Friday, this Friday. Next Friday, you'll see this one. I wanted to talk to you guys about a couple things. One is makeup. Now that YouTube allows you to link products underneath your video, at least they're just now starting to do it for me. They might have done it for other people a long time ago, but I just got the opportunity to do it. So I don't know whether it's because of subscribers or what, but I've been hovering on 7,000 or close to 7,000 for a long time, and they never did let me do any products until recently, so I don't know. But anyway, I was going to tell you about the products that I use on my face. I'm 68, as you guys know, and I'm really particular about what I use when it comes to the foundation. Some of the other stuff doesn't really matter to me, but the foundation is important, not to mention the creams that you put on your face, as well as exfoliating on a regular basis. Just in terms of makeup, I have been watching on TikTok recently. There's been this, I think it's a Sephora ad or whatever, a couple of Sephora ads where they're showing this woman picking up different stuff in Sephora and showing you what's good for aging women. And then there's a guy who has makeup on and he is showing you all the foundations that he likes. Most of the foundations that he picked up were expensive. He had a foundation sitting on his table that was an inexpensive foundation. I think it was Revlon, but he never picked it up and talked about it, and I was surprised about that. He had it in the line, but he never picked it up. I tried Revlon Color Stay before, and I didn't necessarily like it, so maybe that's why he didn't pick it up. But one thing that he didn't pick up that one of the others did was this Fit Me. Now this Maybelline Fit Me, especially this dewy one, the Dewy Smooth, this is the perfect foundation for me as an older woman. I love this stuff. It lasts pretty long. I mean, I don't know, maybe, I'm not going to say it lasts the whole day, because I usually don't, when I put my makeup on, I go someplace, but I usually don't go but more than an hour or two, and then I'm back home and I wash my face. So I don't wear makeup like long term all the time. But if I go out of town with my husband or whatever and I put on foundation, I usually keep it on all day, and the only thing I usually have to touch up is the powder. But I really like this because I like the way it feels. It's light, it's got good coverage. It's not like a full coverage because I don't really want a full coverage. I kind of like some of my face to be still there. But I do like this Dewy Smooth version of this Fit Me. They also have another version that's not Dewy Smooth, but this one in the lavender and black is the one that I like. And then I also use the Fit Me powder. I'm almost out of this. And I like this. My color is 310, so I use 310 on both of these. My color is 310. But even with foundation and powder, the one thing that I really feel like I need to use all the time is this e.l.f. coconut milk spray, because this completes that dewy finish for me. If I don't put this on, then my face looks dry. So I really like this. Even though this is dewy, this just is my sealant, I guess you could call it. So I really love this. As far as mascara goes, I think you guys have heard me talk about this before. I have had a lot of trouble with mascara because I have sensitive eyes. And I even tried to use an Almay, and that didn't work for me. So I got this Cleantopia from CoverGirl and love it. This stuff, they have a couple of different versions of it, but either one of them, they work perfectly for me. I can put this mascara on and it's not going to hurt my eyes. I can wear it all day and forget I have it on. And this is what I needed because this stuff is plant-based. This Cleantopia is a plant-based mascara, and that's what I needed. The only con for this is that it tends to get dry quick. So I go through it pretty quick, and for $14.99, you know, that can, you know, run you into some money, but I love it, and it works out well for me because it doesn't hurt my eyes. So if you have sensitive eyes, then this is the one to go for. After that, it's just a crapshoot. For my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia brush. Just to draw in my eyebrows, I use the Anastasia brush. Eyeline brush. Let's see if I can find it. I use that one, and I have not really been putting much foundation on recently. I mean, not foundation, I haven't been putting much shadow on recently. So, yeah, I don't know what I did with that Anastasia brush. But anyway, that's the one I use. And, yeah, I don't know what I did with it. So I use the Anastasia brush. As far as my nose goes, because I do try to kind of contour my nose, I use this really inexpensive Essence Pure Nude for the highlighter part of my nose. It's just, you know, Essence. And then I've been using this MAC bronzer for years, and they say you're supposed to get rid of your makeup after a certain period of time. I've had this so long I can't even remember. But I use this to line the outside of my nose, and then I put this on it. But any kind of brown bronzer would do. And lips are a crapshoot for me as well. If I want something matte, I'll go with this Stay Matte by Rimmel. I like the colors because once you put it on, it's dry. And then you can put a gloss over top of it if you want to. So it's called Stay Matte by Rimmel. And then as far as lip glosses, I try everybody's lip gloss. Recently I'm using this Juvia's lip gloss, and this one is in the color Honey. But, you know, I use any kind of lip gloss. I've got like a drawer full of all kinds of lip glosses. Everything from, you know, something that I got in my Allure box. I don't even know who this is or what it is, but I got this. Well, this stuff is hard. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, I'm not using this then. Beauty for Certain. I put that in there. And then, you know, I've got some from, let's see. I have some I got from LA Girl, you know, at the grocery store, whatever, the 5 and dime or whatever you want to call it. So that doesn't really concern me as much. Liners and lipstick, I can just use anybody's liner and lipstick. But those other things, I have to have a certain type of product. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys and let you guys know what it is that I use and what keeps my skin from looking dry and cracked up. But again, for me, the most important thing is moisturizing, exfoliating, and I try all kinds of moisturizers. You know, in that little beauty box, every time they send me some kind of a cream, I use it. Because most of that stuff's expensive, and so I'm like, well, let me just use it while I can use it, and if I want to get it again, I'll get it again, but most of the time I just use theirs. And yeah, and that box, as you guys know, has been worth it for me. So I just want to share that with you guys. What else did I want to tell you? I'm going to clean up this mess so I can get ready to get out of here. I got an appointment. And my Wig Maker Mystery Series is going well. I finally got my hands off of book 1 and left it alone. Book 2, I'm almost done cleaning it up. And then I'm going to start plotting book 3 because in the month of May, I'm going to be writing that book. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, oh, I wanted you guys to see that I made some soup. So let's go look at that. I am in my kitchen. I was working out. I'm trying to get on the treadmill for about 20 minutes every other day because in between I walk outside on the opposite days. And then I try to lift a little weights and stuff because at 68, I'm really starting to feel like I'm losing my energy. So I'm trying to do more of that besides what I told you guys about trying to eat better. So I have made some butternut squash. I'm gonna show you. I put it in my Instapot. And there it is. It's really delicious, and I've got the recipe, and I will show you guys the recipe if you're interested in making it. It really turned out well, and we're just gonna have some sandwiches and the butternut squash. It's got garlic and onions in it and an apple, preferably a Granny Smith, but I just put a red apple in there. It just said apple, so I did that. And at the end, you put in some cream cheese after you blend it. Now, if you have an immersion blender, you can do it right in the Instapot, but I didn't, so I took it out and put it in a regular blender and blended it up once it was finished cooking. Then again, after I put the cream cheese and Parmesan cheese in it. And it really does taste good. And butternut squash is good for you. So there's that. So anyway, let me get back to my workouts. I wanted to show you guys some pattern bags that I saved or purchased from people who had saved them. These patterns are from 1970 to 1973. And these are the original butter patterns. If you're a seamstress, you know what that means. These are very old. Designers like Kenzo. This is my first pattern here on the right. I loved him, and I used to make the clothes that I would get these patterns for. I really loved sewing from the time I was 13 onward. So when I saw that some of these patterns were on sale on eBay, I bought them because I wanted the jackets actually just to save. And a lot of these patterns I've made, some of them I haven't. But most of them I made back in the 70s. Like this one I made for a girl that I went to school with. And this one I actually made with several other girls. I made mine in a red satin. At the time, the Pointer Sisters were a big deal. If you don't know who they are, look them up. The Pointer Sisters were a big deal in the early 70s. And I made this pattern in a red satin. And so did another girl I know named Teen Akins. And then another girl, Cindy Bell, her grandmother made one for her in pink. And we just absolutely loved the Pointer Sisters and their whole 40s influence. And Dee, my character, she sews, as you know. She not only sews the wigs, but she also sews clothing. She hasn't made any clothing in the first 2 books yet, but I intend to have her make clothing in the 3rd book. So I just want to share these with you because especially this one on the right is very dear to me because this was the very first pattern I ever made at the age of 13. Here is the recipe and instructions for the soup that I made. If you have any questions about it, just leave them in the comments, okay? Enjoy. Okay, you guys, as promised, before I go in this vlog, I am going to show you the covers that I'm debating on. Okay, so on this side, I'm going to show you her cover first. This is my designer's cover. I like it. My character D was really supposed to have a pixie cut, but I think I like the fact that she's got kind of a messy bob. And I do like the fact that they put the amusement park in the background because the story does take place, part of it, in an amusement park. So that's good. So I do like this. And my concern is I don't know how I'm going to make it consistent over all of the books by using her in the forefront with the wig and all of the books. Maybe I'll have to have her change the wig and change the background each time. So that's the first one. So, and the second one is the one that I created, which is this one. Now, this one is going to be easy to replicate each time, but this one, if you notice in the tote bag, she has bundles, she has a flask, and she has the styling foam. She has bundles, she has a flask, she has a styling foam. I couldn't see the picture, that's why I was like tripping. But anyway, those three things are things that she uses in her day-to-day. And that's why they're in that tote bag. And she carries a tote bag on a day-to-day. That's why I thought the tote bag would be a good way to show that this is really what represents Dee's world, and without having to put a picture of her on the cover of the book every time. Now this would change colors every time, so that this coral looking background would become purple in one book, then green, and then whatever color. And so that's the way I had decided to do it. So let me know what you guys think. And again, if I get a publisher or an agent, they'll decide what the cover is going to look like, but I'm preparing myself in advance. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching the vlog this time. Don't forget to watch the review of the Straight 16 Human Hair Unit tomorrow, which is Friday. No, Friday. Today, I'm sorry, today's Wednesday. Friday. Yeah, don't forget to watch that Friday. And I'll see you guys next time.